Welcome back to the Angry Man Podcast with Jason and Greg. I got a special guest in the building out of Deontay Wilder's camp. Tay Jones, what's going on with you, fam?
What's going on, brother? How you doing?
I'm doing well. So first and foremost, man, I want to say thank you and welcome to the platform. But I want to dive directly into what's going on with Deontay Wilder and the card that was announced for December 23rd. So it just felt like for a while we thought that this was coming. We had been hearing rumors of this happening for quite some time. And I saw you recently on Twitter talking about it. You said it's coming, it's coming. You were talking about our good friend Jake as well, because he has some information on it as well. And now it's finally here. He'll be taking on Joseph Parker. And how did that materialize?
Honestly, to tell you the truth, it's been boiling for a minute. You know, it's definitely been boiling for a minute because honestly, that happened. You just got to be ready, and that's one of those things. If you stay ready, you don't have to get ready. And Deontay stayed in the gym, but I do know that they always wanted to have a fight. From my understanding, they wasn't going to have a card in December because they had some other things going on.
Right.
But I guess some things opened up to where they could have a card in December, and that's basically what happened. And the Prince made it happen, and literally Deontay got the call on Monday, and he was in Saudi Arabia on Wednesday.
Wow. It turned around that quickly.
Yeah, for sure. But he knew he was gonna fight in 2023 because he was actually working on something else as well. And boom, it came. He just didn't know how quick of a turn of events it was gonna be.
Yeah.
But
Man,
it
that's what's
happened,
up.
yeah.
So is the thought process behind this, because we know that AJ's also on the card, he's going to face Otto Wallen. Is the thought process that eventually these two guys are going to end up meeting sometime in 2024?
It's guaranteed.
Guaranteed.
It's guaranteed. Deontay has a 3-fight deal. It's guaranteed. Anthony Joshua definitely is next if they both win their fight.
So 3-fight deal. Who is the deal with exactly?
Saudi Arabians.
Okay. So
Yeah.
is Deontay still with PBC?
That's the thing. See, Deontay was never PBC. He was only signed to Al. He was signed to Al Heyman. Al Heyman was his what you call that
Advisor?
advisor. He was his advisor. But when you sign with Al, you're pretty much PBC because you're the advisor. It's not like he was the manager. The manager has always been Shelly Finkel. He used, by Al being his advisor, he uses Al platform. You know what I mean? But there's no
Gotcha.
ill will or anything in there, but Deontay is his own boss. He's doing stuff his way now. And that's one of the things he speaks on, that, a lot of these fighters are losing out on so much money, because of these, different people and, managers and things of that nature, soaking up all the money, promoters and things of that nature too. So that's, he's his own manager now. Well,
Yeah.
not manager, but his own boss.
No, man, I like that.
Sure.
So Joseph Parker, how do you see
Yeah.
this fight playing out, man?
I mean, me personally, this would be the third common opponent between him and AJ. Maybe Joseph Parker put up a better fight than he's done in the past. I mean, honestly, I can't see him doing too much. I mean, it might be a little ring rust from Deontay there, right? But at the end of the day, is that if as long as I keep saying ring rust, then Joseph Parker might say, "Yeah, he got ring rust. Let me go in for the kill." And that's what's gonna get him killed.
I totally agree. I don't
But
think
at
Joseph
the end of
Parker.
the day, like I do still think highly of Joseph Parker. It's just that, man, when you this fight supposed to materialize back in 2017. I
Right.
remember when Joseph Parker came over to, I believe it was Birmingham, Alabama, and he watched I believe it was Chris Arreola fight. He was there, he was present, and only for him to pretty much give up his belt or buy into he was bought to sell his belt
Mm.
by Eddie Hearn.
Yeah.
And that just, it never sit well with me. But he's here now, and he got to pay for what happened.
Yeah, yeah.
Mhm.
So I know Deontay will be. I fully expect him to win, and I know he would be excited about an AJ fight. That's been a fight that's been in the making for years. I remember back when they were initially starting to negotiate, and you know, all the back and forth between the two and who wanted to fight.
Right.
If What do you think it means to Deontay if he were to actually get that fight? Because it seems like to me, just based off of some of the comments he's made here recently, he was talking about perhaps flying over to England just to have a sit down and talk with Anthony Joshua. I saw the presser. It was clear to me that he went out of his way not to attack him, really, because we knew who was up there. You know, the guy that was talking about in terms of not really being very eager to get into the ring with him because he has that blessing and that curse. So, what do you think it'll mean for him to finally get him in the ring after all these years?
I think it'll mean a lot to him. I think it's something that should have happened a long time ago, especially them being two of the most talked about athletes, especially being Black American athletes. You know what I mean? And I think that, both of those guys should have been gotten there. But I think it'll mean more now, not only to him, but to their coaching. Both of those guys are African as well. You know what I mean? They
Hmm.
have their coaches back in Africa
Yeah,
that fully support them.
yeah,
And I believe that you got the Edo and the Nigerian tribe. It's more so for them as well. And I
yeah,
think by them seeing that, it kind of uh, it boosts their morale.
yeah,
And I believe it should boost his Joshua morale. But man, it's just I feel I think Deontay he's not gonna take that fight lightly at all.
oh yeah, I know.
Lightly at all. But I believe that it means a lot to him because of how he was treated based on the words of Eddie Hearn,
Hmm.
based on the word for Anthony Joshua. You've written off so many words that you probably can't catch,
Right.
and that will mean a lot to him. And especially when they say, "Oh, he's never been a top five fighter." But if you follow the history of Deontay, you'll know that Eddie Hearn took every fight that AJ has had of a champion away from Deontay by offering more money, only to lowball him an offer. You
Hmm.
see what I'm saying? So
Yeah,
that fight right there, that's a fight that if Deontay wanted to get a record on a body on his record, it'd definitely be that fight.
yeah,
Sorry to say it like that, but that's one of those fights where I feel for Deontay. You see what I'm saying? Because I know so much that he had to endure, not from just Eddie, not from just um, AJ, but fans, the UK fans and American fans. The people in the public, who was switching sides, saying that it's Deontay's fault when it never has been his fault from the beginning. But that was one of those fights where, man, listen, it can get ugly quick.